Hey, YouTube. Hey, one person. All right, I'm not going to be on long because I just got home not too long ago. So go ahead and say who you are. There's always one person that's always in here, but don't say nothing. That's Dorian. That's you. Usually you be working, but you can't necessarily talk. Hey, I'm waiting to see more people come on in the room. What's up, y'all? Y'all came on quick. Go ahead and leave a comment. Say hello so I know who's in here. And then I'll start in a few minutes. Hey, all right. So let me start. So tonight's topic I'll be talking about is other gigs and other ways of making money and things that I've been doing in the past. But then, I kind of been neglecting it, but it's kind of coming to be very busy now because I'm getting emails. So anyway, so I want to talk about mystery shopping. Now, mystery shopping, the reason how this propped up was because it was another YouTube channel I was watching, and this person um, started making not lesson plans, what I want to call it. She started marketing about making other sources of income. Now, initially, this person was into property, real estate, preservation specialists, and things of that nature. And she was making quite substantial amount of money doing that. So, property preservation is not buying properties and flipping them. I think it's more to do with people will rent or buy houses or properties, and I think you come in as a person who may do the turnkey like cleaning or something like that. Let me look it up and see exactly what it is. But um, she's on YouTube, and her name is Danielle, and she's been on here for a while, and she's been promoting different types of business that people do, and anything relating to real estate. I guess she was into it, and then things become hot. People will go into side hustles, and one moment is the biggest thing, like slice of white bread, and then everybody gets into it, And then after a while, 5 years, 6 years pass, it starts to fizzle out. And then it's time to move on to something else. So, but a lot of people tend to always go into things when people start talking about thousands and thousands of dollars a week or a month or whatever, and always looking for something quick. Now, I was watching, let me see, I'm looking at what is property preservation. And you can start it as your own business. Let me see what it is. Where is it? I'm trying to read it. Property preservation is a process for caring for the inside and outside of a foreclosed property, be it vacant or occupied. Property preservation business works with banks and asset management companies to provide services such as repair, inspection, insurance claim management, and maintenance. It's also called mortgage field services. It's regards to REO, rehabs, and property preservation repairs directly with national service companies. Blah, blah, blah. Is a great option if you work as a subcontractor or a company who works with national service companies. So basically, it's more like foreclosure, cleanup, mortgage field service, things like that. You know, people have houses and then they get into a foreclosure or abandonment, and then you see garbage and junk all over the house and outside the house and major repairs. So the banks hire people to make sure they protect the property of physical damages, whether it be inside, outside, or both. So, but that's not what my topic is today. The only reason why I brought it up was because it was a person on YouTube who made a business doing that. And a few years ago, um, she started a business and she did pretty well. And then, of course, she had some issues, of course, with the IRS. And then it gets to a point where, um, the contacts you get from doing that business, it kind of subdued. So the reason why I brought that up was because she just came on YouTube and she was talking about mystery shopping, and she was talking. She makes these. She develops these programs and classes, and she markets it, and people buy it, and people be signing up for the classes. Some people call it master class, and then I just got through listening to her briefly about mystery shopping, and she was talking about this one company, which I said, wait a minute, I signed up for that. I think I signed up for that company to do mystery shopping a few years ago, or I inquired about it, but never really did find anything. And so she was just talking about being a mystery shopper, and you could go to be mystery shop at banks, and they'll pay like $75, $50 for you to go into a bank. But most of the time, I know what it was, because when you go to a bank, that's if you want to open an account, and you're not just going into the bank, just walking around. You gotta have to open up a checking account, savings account of some sort, and then the bank will pay you um, to do a shop. So I started remembering that I had signed up for a few mystery shopping companies a couple years ago, and I was working it for a while. I made some good money. One major one that I keep constantly get inquiries about is apartments. And I did a few of those assignments within the last year, like last year before, I think it was last year before last. But I didn't do it every month. But I know I made a good couple of 400 or 500 bucks in that short period of time. I did a couple of them, but the thing was, it was a long process because you had to do a lot of, when I got home, you had to do the report, and that could take a little bit of time to complete. And I remember when I started doing it, I had that laptop that wasn't working well, and I didn't work on my desktop, but yeah, it was paying like $55, $60, you know, to do a mystery shop. And then I had signed up for a bunch of mystery shops in the last couple of weeks ago. Some of them was a phone mystery shop, meaning it was paying $10, and you call some of these places, it could be in Minneapolis or Los Angeles, and you call on the phone. And I remember signing up for a bunch of them, and I was like, I let it lapse. So, and then something I signed up for, I would be a backup. So they said, oh, you'll be the backup person. And then if someone doesn't do it, then they'll notify you, that the mystery shop is available. But that's just one company. So a company I'll be doing tomorrow is called The Source. And this one is doing HP, which is the ink at the Home Depot, Walmart, and all of them is right in the area. It's not even far. So I those are due tomorrow. I looked at it today. I was like, wait a minute. I had some assignments that I had to do today, and I had one, two, three, four. I have four, and it pays. Let me see. It wasn't that bad, but let me see. And where is it at? It was like $14, $15, and then I get reimbursed $1.25. Like say if I buy like a pen or some notebook paper or something, I could buy something and get reimbursed. But on the app, when I go into the store, I could actually check in on the phone on the app, and it will tell me when it will actually calculate that I'm here. So I'm going tomorrow. I got to remember this: Office Depot, Sam's Club, Staples, and Walmart. So two of them are in Tucker, and I just left Tucker too. I had just left Tucker. I had just left these areas too. Well, put it in. I was in Tucker when I went to do Observa. So I was like, wait a minute. And Dad had paid $10 to take a picture of Kind nutrition bars. And it was easy. But then after that, I don't think I'm going to get paid for that one because I took a picture of only one of the sections on the shelf. But as I was walking through the store, I said, dang it, here's go the dang Kind display. And I think they asked for that picture of the display. I'll find out tomorrow if I get it or not. If not, then there if it's still on the list, I'll go back to it because it was $12. No, it was 10, 12. No, it was $12. So I have a few tomorrow that I have, and I don't know. That's just a new thing that I wanted to bring up and discuss. And it's not going to make you rich, but it's very simple. And it's easy to make $500 to $1,000 a month. It really is. Between all these little gigs that I was doing, not just survey, but the other ones, I think I put it in the description box. So at the end of the video, when I end it, it's going to be a list of things that I do. And some of them are, scanning little receipts for gift cards and things like that. But this is a way of making easy money. And I'm looking at it right now. Observa is one. And it can list all these different things across the country. It's not just Atlanta. I'm scrolling down, and there's a Walmart 1,091 miles away for a product coil removal check in Clovis, New Mexico, $9. So basically, and then there's another one, Just Egg Audit and Void at Safeway, $2,238, $7. And all you're doing is going there, making an observation on the product called just a product. Hmm, okay. I don't know what that's about. But I'm just giving little examples, that's all. But like I said, it's a good ways to make little pocket change, because if you wanted to pay off a little bill, or do the challenge that I'm saying, if you do something like $35 a day, and that's nothing. And like I calculated yesterday or last night, let's say you do 365 days, $35 a day, and you just doing little things. And it don't have to be one app, it could be a combination. But I just say 365 because, you could do, make one day you may make $70 or $50. I'm just saying, if you just do a bare little minimum and you say, you know what, I want to build up an emergency fund. And even if you do, let's say 300 days, and you say, I want to do something for $30, and you just put that money in your account, in a small little account. Say 300 days at $30, $9,000. And you just do these little assignments. People always say, well, that only pays $7. That only pay, but if they say paying $7, $8, $5, and all you're doing is going to a store, because everybody goes to Walmart, whether you walking around Walmart or whatever. Walmart, um, they may say go to a gas station and we take a picture of a sign. It could be any little thing, and it may seem frivolous at first. You may be like, well, why do you need something like that? It's because they don't have to hire people to do something like that and pay people a lot of money to do it. A lot of these companies, they need data. They do something for observation, um, customer service, mystery shopping. And with customer service, they may want to say, okay, go to this store, and like they had something with the Popeyes nuggets or something. And it was like, go to Popeyes and you get reimbursed for the meal. You have to buy this, they'll tell you to buy the sandwich, eat it, give you your opinion about it. They'll reimburse you for the meal that you purchase, and they'll give you $8, $6, $7, $8 just to give them just to get an opinion about a product. And that is something that people, they pay people to try a product. Like they want you to try the fabric softener or something. And they say, okay, get the fact, they want your opinion about a product. They'll reimburse you for what you purchase plus a bounty. They call it a bounty. And they may give you $8, not just $8 just to reimburse you. They'll reimburse you for the product. You get to keep it. And then they give you $8 more as a bounty. So that's just ways of, making money, saving money, using coupons or taking pictures of your receipt. They don't have your banking information. You take a picture of your receipt. They're not saying, oh, they don't have your information or personal information. A lot of these companies, they take that, they need the resource. So when I need to scan some receipts right now. So it's like coin out, and there was a few other ones too. And so far, I accumulated, $50 worth of gift cards. Um, Points is another thing I get. I get points that converts to dollars. So right now I'm almost at $25 for this coin out, and you know I just keep letting it accumulate, and then everybody, you hear some people on YouTube, especially the ones who were doing these food apps, they was doing get side up. I made $10, but I've also made money in the previous time I cashed it out. It was like, um, I think I had like $50 one time, and I just cashed it out. That's okay. Let me direct deposit. No, it was $58 and some change. When, but I haven't really used the app for the gas. Get Upside. Because sometimes I be go to Quick Trip, and sometimes I go to a gas station that's not on the list to get reimbursed. So I got to realize, so I got to get tomorrow, I got to get some gas. So I go right onto the Quick Trip up the street, pay $2.92, and then they'll give me back 20 cents a gallon or whatever it is. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, 2 cents a gallon back. That's not a whole. 10 cents a gallon. Okay, I can't get my glasses up. 10 cents a gallon cash back on regular. 13 cents a gallon cash back on regular at the Shell gas station. So basically, I just go to the whatever gas station I'm going to on this list. I just go there, and I either get back 11 cents or 8 cents, depending on which gas station I go to. You'll get that back. So, and I've heard that advertised on major radio stations, and they give out the code too. See, they getting thousands of dollars in money referring this app. See, a lot of people was referring people to apps, and they get 2 3 cents a gallon of referrals on someone what someone else's get. But one and I see they started adding new restaurants finally. They even started adding the restaurants. So at one time it was Planet Smoothie. Now they got this other place called Mustard Seed Barbecue, but I don't know where that is. 40% cash back. So basically, that's in the West End. That's too far. I'm not going over there. But if I was going to the West End and I wanted to get barbecue, then I would have went there and get 40%. But they just started. They're not adding groceries and restaurants yet. But once they start adding it on, they have a lot of rebates. But it's so many out there. I've done this for years. Points, bonuspoints.com, reading emails, and I'll read the email, and you get points for that. Um, I've gotten so many points in the past with a lot of companies that I was working when I was doing that. I just buy my gas with it. I buy gift cards. I said, oh, let me buy. If I know I'm going to gift cards, if I'm going to certain stores and they had gift cards for like gas or whatever, I could say, okay, let me buy $40, $50 worth of gas cards, and that would be my money that I would spend towards gas. Or if I was going if I knew like tomorrow I'll have to go to TJ Maxx. Now, this is not really with the points I was working. This was when I was working at Intuit TurboTax. They was giving us rewards for working extra hours. So I have a bunch of gift cards that I need to redeem. And some of them was for I bought for TJ Maxx, home goods. So I have at least $100 worth of that. So I could buy me some. I need to buy me some new workout clothes. So I can go to TJ Maxx tomorrow, and I ain't got to spend no money out of my account, out of my checking account. I have a gift card, and I could buy me whatever I need. If I needed to buy, like I have some Target gift card I need to use, and I could go on Target online, or I could go to the store, and I said, oh, I need to buy, facial products or shampoo, stuff like that, And even though the things are being so, everything is expensive now, it won't be such a burden. But if you accumulate points and you're not really, scanning little receipts here and there or, you know, doing these little gigs, taking pictures of items in the store, because a lot of these companies, they need to know what's in the stores because that's how they um, provide the products at the store. They need people to go there, how much is remaining, what's left, what's on the shelf, you know, checking the products that's on the shelf, and they're paying people $8, $9, $12. Today with survey, and I already got paid. Oops. So I cashed out $480 something dollars 2 days ago, and then now let me see. I had 200 something dollars that I did since then. So I got another 200 something. And I've been slacking off too. So when I was making, so when I tell you I was getting 400 something that I was making a month, I was being lazy. I was not hustling like I used to, like I was. So there was a lot to be made, but because I've been so tired, and I've been getting messages saying, "Oh, we have a reset tomorrow. It's $20 an hour, blah blah blah," and I'll be like, "Oh, it'll be in Swanee or somewhere, but it's not even far. But some of them be far. Some of them, I say, I don't even live nowhere close to that part of the state of Georgia. But this is out there. I can tell you that it is out there. But you have to, if you do these companies, you have to be consistent. For them to consider, you, you have to do it. You have to be real consistent. Now I don't know why they didn't give me Sprouts when I was available. But I met people who was doing. A lot of people don't want to do. You know what? August the 10th. How's today? Man, that's already over with. Let me request this for Monday for next week. See if they'll put me. Then I'll request next week. I don't know why they don't put me in the closest areas. They put me all the. I'm gonna put Tuesday the 17th. Let me request that one too. Thursday, Friday. I can't do Friday. Can't do Thursdays, Fridays. I'll be working at Amazon, so. Sprouts Farmers Market. They must be they're paying $120 for an 8-hour shift to do resets. Ow, dang it. Let me put down Duluth. Thursday, nope. Thursday, Friday, nope. Can't do that. Wednesday. They must be doing, see, this is the time of year. Come on. Oops, Woodstock. Nope. All right, I'll wait and see. Yeah, this is the time of year when they go from they go from summer to fall, and they start remodeling stores, changing things around. That's when a lot of these companies hire independent contractors. They pay you like either $15, $20 an hour. It depends on the company. And some people I come across that was doing it, they don't like doing the little assignments. They don't like, they say, no, I ain't got, they want to make their money in one big chunk, meaning that they want to do 8 hours, going to a store, make $120 that day, whereas I say, well, I could just go to different stores that's all together because I'm not driving all over the place. When I look and I say, oh, this is in this area, it tells you and it maps it out. So if I wanted to do um, like area in Snellville, I could just choose areas of stores that's in Snellville. And it's not like I'm going from one place to the next or all over the place. Like today, I was in Lilburn, went to the Walmart, no, went to the Kroger, which is technically Stone Mountain, then went 4 miles down the road, went to Walmart, then I went to Tucker, which was 8 miles down the road. It wasn't far. So, and they had a whole lot of places in between that I could have done other things too. But it was already evening time. So I couldn't do the ones with Observa with the gas stations where you take pictures of the signs. It was already dark. But if I was to do what I do is, and I used to do this a lot last year, especially not last year, but the year before last when I first started, I used to do three different apps: Field Agent, Survey, and Observer. And they will all have these stores. Some of them had Walmart. I had two different companies to look for two different things, and it was two different assignments at one store at Walmart. So you could literally do because all these supermarkets, Walmart, Kroger, whatever, Wegmans or whatever you want to call it, they all need merchandisers, people to check items in the store, products. Every product in the store has is different companies that they represent. Every brand in the store. So that's where these companies come into play, and they don't pay a lot of money, because there's a lot of money they pay to companies like Observer and Survey and all these mystery shop companies, I guess you want to say, to conduct some type of service. And mystery shopping is not what people think it used to be. Oh, just buy a product and give an opinion and that's it. It's a lot of money in mystery shopping or product reviews or whatever you want to call it. And, you know, $25, $50 to observe something of a company, that's money. They want to know what's going on. So I just bring that up as another type of hustle, I guess you could say, to make extra money. And tomorrow I'll be doing four of the companies with Trend Source, and then I'll probably have some other ones I need to do tomorrow. So, like I said, those four with Trend Source alone, I'll put it in the chat. Just anybody who's interested. It's called trendsource.com. That's what I was talking about. And I have I've done quite a few of them in the past, but there's a lot. Like I said, there's a lot. But that's just a way to make extra money. A lot of people get so hung up on, you know, doing food deliveries and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, the way how these stores are now and prices going up and labor shortages of people working at these fast food places, they're not going to be able to pay 40% to Uber and DoorDash and stuff. You have to realize these companies have to pay for that type of service. And if their margin line or their bottom line is where they're not making as much money because of all the food shortage, the labor shortage, and everything else going, you think they're going to be able to pay 40% to Uber Eats and Grubhub and DoorDash just to have customers say they want food deliveries. Ain't anybody doing that no more. I mean, there's still people, they may want some food to be picked up, but the way how things are now, and the people who make, who give good tips, they're not eating fast food. That is not their choice of, delicacy of eating fast food and ordering fast food all the time. Nope. I remember when I did those food deliveries and stuff, and I was going to those Thai restaurants and noodle houses, and it was people spending good money on food, quality food, and it reflected on the tips. It reflected what type of tips you're getting, and the people. I hate to say it. Shoot, I wasn't cherry picking, but I would cherry pick an area though. I could tell you that. I didn't go into the hood and say, "Oh, I'm gonna go here and be way out and going to these ratchet, nasty fast food places all the time to order food." Because if you want to order a bunch of things from Taco Bell, what makes you think they're gonna get anything out of Taco Bell? Because number one, if you ordering from Taco Bell, McDonald's, fast food, either one, you're a teenager or you're a young person who don't have a driver's license and you can't drive, and your mother told and your parents who are not home, or they tell you, you want to go to McDonald's, you're going to order McDonald's because that's a typical young child tip, young typical teenager or young preteen going to do. They not gonna walk to McDonald's. People don't do that. Their kids ain't walking to no fast food McDonald's and stuff. Not like that. So they have a phone and they have, they're gonna want to order McDonald's or whatever, especially if the parents is not home or they're not gonna cook and they say, okay, go ahead and order Uber Eats and you can order, they're gonna order food like that. They can't drive, so they're gonna order from McDonald's. They're gonna order from whatever pizza or whatever, and that's it. You know. And I'm not saying all teenagers, all preteens are the ones who order fast food, but I'm talking. But when you think about it, it's usually a younger person who don't have a car, and they're gonna order food because most teenagers, most younger people have phones, so they're gonna do that. And some of them may tip. I don't mind doing it because I know when I was doing it, and I was going to neighborhoods and stuff. I pull up, it'd be a little teenager that come out, they give you a little $2 and stuff, and they'll say thank you and say thank you, and they get their little food, and I'll be like, I'm not gonna be fussing over kids ordering food because one, they're gonna say thank you, and two, they're gonna come to the car, and they're gonna get their bag of food or whatever, and they'll give you a couple little dollars here and there, but they're gonna be gracious about it. It's when you're a grown ass person, that's what be killing me. See, kids, yeah, I don't mind because most of the time it's not far. Most of the time I was delivering fast food McDonald's. They mostly lived up in Waters Edge. They lived up on the subdivision and stuff, and I'll go there and here they go. Then they'll be the ones who be like younger college kids came home from college. They'll order pizza and stuff, you know, late at night. And they'll order food or whatever. And then, they'll give you a few dollars here and there. You know, it didn't really bother me because see, I already had a bad expectation. See, you have to set an expectation. See, I always knew when I was doing food deliveries, I said, okay, at least 6 out of 10 people gonna tip, and I always figured it's gonna be the average, especially when I knew the area. See, when I know the area and I know um, I'll be in that Swanee country club areas, they ain't had no bunch of fast food, McDonald's, Burger King, whatever. It was mostly a Thai restaurants and stuff, you have to know your area. And if you know your area and you know the clientele, you pretty much know you make some good decent amount of money. Now, I ain't had no problems. My problem I had with people was wanting to get in the car, slam the car door, you know, acting entitled. That's what got me. Get in the car, I want to slam the car door, and so I said, can't take this no more. Get in the car, they want to smell like weed and carrying on and all that. Nope, couldn't stand it. And then there was some people, most of it was fun, but it was those obnoxious ones I couldn't stand. I just couldn't take it. People want to be, hey, take yourself on, I will cancel this order. You can walk home. But it was always somebody that always want to act a fool. But other than that, I took it in stride. I did those food deliveries, Grubhub, and all that stuff. I took it in stride, and I kept it going. And I knew where to go and not to go and not where to go. You know, I still hold true to the fact that Indian people, when they ordered, they would be cheap as hell. And I'd be like, and I always took a mental note. I said, okay, I'm going back to this. It's a subdivision right there for Decatur near the farmers market. I used to always deliver in that particular subdivision. It seems like the whole Indian people took over the whole damn subdivision. And I hate going over there. I would go in there, ring the bell, the gate. I said, okay, I'm here. You come downstairs, cause see, I wasn't going all the way 3 flights of stairs and going down the street and down the road and all this stuff, and had that big ass bag of food, that Indian food. Sometimes it smell like damn dog food. Like ugh, stinks. I mean, some Indian food tastes good, but there's certain things I just couldn't stand the smell of it. Even if it wasn't a bag, it could be in the bag, in the bag. It's still, but see, when you after a while you get to know people, how you gonna pay? You spend all that money, you give $1. A dollar, really? You order $60 worth of food and you give me $1, and then, ooh, I don't know. It took me a minute to realize. I don't know if it was a cultural thing or whatever the case may be, but like I said, I remember DoorDash back in the day. It used to be $5 per delivery plus whatever the tips. And like I said, on an 8-hour day, 8 hours, I was making $200 on a Saturday. It was very simple, and it wasn't no hard. I wasn't doing all that driving mileage and stuff, man. Back in the day when they weren't all the way out in the suburbs. They were up there in Buckhead, Midtown, and that business part of Decatur. If you had to do food deliveries, everybody migrated in that area. But that's were the good old days. I can tell you that. Now I watch YouTube videos, and you could tell these people they ain't back in the day. They didn't do it back in 2016. No, 2015, 16, even 17. These are the new group. These new people who come about now making YouTube videos. Man, that's old. They say y'all don't know. They no, nope. They be talking about DoorDash and stuff, and all these changes. I was like, dang, you couldn't get me to do that again. DoorDash and what they pay now versus what I knew what they used to pay. Nope. People talking about $2 and $3, and that's not even including any tips. And if it did include tips, I don't know. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Then people started doing Instacart and Ship. They changed too. they change too. So I don't know. I keep doing my little gigs that I'm doing, and I'm gonna go back to those mystery shopping that I used to do for the other company, because it was a few other companies, and be warned, you don't have to pay anyone to get no mystery shopping lessons and list. You don't pay no one to do it. You could Google that, and you could sign up. And like I said, some pay 15, some pay $50. You know, um, if you do it right, I could probably make just as much money as if I was doing food deliveries and not even be putting a bunch of miles on my car. You know. But anyway, I ain't gonna be here long. There's only two of y'all looking and watching. So I don't know. Did I miss anything on my topic? Because the new side hustles is really not new. It's just new to most people, and it's not really new to me. It's just that I haven't really talked about it as much. But I could tell you it's something that's needed. I could tell you, and I've been telling people this for a while, and I seem to do pretty good. So I don't think there's nothing else. Well, tomorrow night I'll be going to work, so y'all won't be seeing me tomorrow. I'll be at Amazon. Not tomorrow. Yeah, no, Wednesday. Well, Thursday. Thursday night I'll be working. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Well, it's already Wednesday because it's after midnight. So I'll be on tomorrow night, Wednesday night. Thursday night I'm not gonna be on, but tomorrow night I will be. And I don't know. I guess that's pretty much it. I didn't do the seeds today because it was one, it was kind of hot, and two, I left the house kind of late. It was almost 6 o'clock when I went out to do my little assignments. I could have done it earlier today and would have been home much earlier, but I just laid around most of the time today, and then I got up. So it only took me a couple of hours. Yeah, it took me only a few hours. It wasn't that bad. But anywho, there ain't nobody else on, so if you look in the description box, please click on some of those links, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow night. Bye.